Okay, great. Welcome to our merge team. Did you guys decide on a new merge name?
No. Still workshopping.
Options.
We didn't get to have the wheel ceremony quite yet.
Okay, well, okay, so for now, welcome Team Merge until future named. We are going to go into our challenge tonight. It will be a physical challenge. We have given our players a list of items that they will need for this final week. Some items you'll actually need, some you won't. What you will need tonight is 2 books. We will be redoing the challenge from season 2, the book hold, which is very sweet, Carter, because Cody, I think Cody won that one. Wait, hi, Cody. Before you guys grab books, so Cam, please come back. I want to do a demo and go through all the rules first. So lovely Katie, will you please turn on your video? Hi, Katie. First, you want to show the book options. Wait, you're muted, so can you unmute and then?
I did that on purpose as a bit.
Great. Go ahead and tell us about our lovely book options.
So we have a light hardcover, we have a heavy hardcover, we have a tiny book. You can use whatever books you want, but the books come with their own challenges, and that's a decision you need to make for yourself.
Great. So it is, you can do hardcover, you can do soft paperback. In season 2, it was all strategy in terms of if you want a bigger book, it's going to be more stable, but it's also going to weigh more. Yes, Ashley Cook, you won for the battle back, but I think Cody won for the existing players, which is why I said that. Maybe? I can't remember. Anyways, continuing on. Okay, so Katie is going to show Ben, come back. I didn't finish. You're not a very good listener. Katie is going to show, so you have to have your elbow at 90-degree angle, and you cannot have your elbow pinned to your side. You can hold it straight out. You can hold it like this, but we do need to see that elbow bend. At various intervals, there will be 2 graduations. I won't tell you when in the time, but the first one will be that you have to straighten your arm. And I believe, Katie, did we say we'll give them a 30-second grace period for this?
We did say that, yes.
Great, so you will have 30 seconds in case the book falls to re-get it back to go straight. And then at another time interval, you will have to pick 1 foot up off the floor. And so we will need to see like your full body feet with your book situation. And I forget, where did we land on if their book starts to fan open?
So if your book starts to fan like that, it becomes more stable. We will tell you your book is fanning and you must close it. If your book falls while you're closing it, that still counts, you're still out.
Great, so you need a steady hand. Yes.
Kelsey, can I also say something?
No.
Yes. Okay. If this wasn't obvious, the stem has to be facing you, or like the bind of the book has to be facing you so we could see the like pages.
Pages, exactly. Okay. Everyone can now go get their books.
Also, Marissa, that wasn't obvious, so thank you for that comment.
You're so welcome.
3 books.
2 books.
2 books. Okay. I'm sorry. I just saw the 3 options and I thought I had to get 1 of each beautiful.
Nope. I am going to eat on camera because I have not had food today. I'll mute though. Charlotte, you're back first. Would you like to tell us what books you'll be using today?
No,
Tell us what books you're using today.
I don't want to, but I read one with my mom. Like
Okay,
at the same time we read it.
that's
yeah.
cool.
Elsie, I'll tell you about my books.
Okay, Ben.
No, no one wants to hear.
No, Ben, I do want to know, but also you had to take the shirt off for this
Well,
one.
now it's a bit. Now it's just a bit. This really now is a bit.
Okay, everyone sound off in the comments if it's a good bit or not.
I don't feel like it's a bit, Ben, but we'll let you say that.
If when someone tell me if Laura Martin is in the comments, call back.
What? You mean Eileen?
Elsie, is this a good view?
Okay, so that's good for Hilly.
And then my arm, I need clarification on my arm. I can hold it like, can I hold it like this or just like this?
Both options, you just can't pin your elbow to your
Can you
side.
clearly see though? Like that?
I
Okay,
can.
this is me neck in, just so you know the difference.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, Charlotte, let's see your angle.
What if Hank interferes?
That's a Hilly problem, unfortunately.
Yep.
Okay, Charlotte, that's a good angle. Jerry, you're gonna need to, I think, back up your computer more because we couldn't tell if you have to lift a foot.
Oh, the foot.
Now I can. Ben, can you back up just a little bit?
Yeah. Good.
Great. Aaron, you'll be good. But Aaron, would you be willing to take off? It's a very cute outfit, but the top jacket, just so we can make sure you're not pinned the elbow. Lovely. Okay. Shannon, that's good. I
There
can
she
see you
goes.
there. I need to get eyes on Sophie, Carter, and Cam. So back up to your right a little bit. Okay. Yep, that's perfect. Charlotte's good, Shannon's good. I need Carter and Cam. Will you lift one leg, Carter? Just back there so I can see if we can see it. Producers, can you tell me how you feel about Carter's angle? Would love a weigh-in. And you can tell me in the Slack if that feels more comfortable.
I want to be able to see the feet.
Great. Cam, let me check you while you're doing yours. Okay, great. And can you hold your book so I can see not pinned? Okay, great. I can tell there. Charlotte, you're not pinned, your elbow?
No.
Okay. Producers, hold on.
That means like you can't have it like here against your body.
Correct.
Out.
But you can hold it like straight up or straight out like this. These are both options. You just cannot have this pinned to your side, your hip.
Okay. Should we turn sideways?
I don't think we want you sideways because then I can't tell if your elbow is pinned.
Not sideways, but if everybody could kind of turn just slightly so that you're not facing camera straight on. Char, if you go the other way a little bit less, then we can kind of like see between your elbow. Yeah. So like 3/4 almost.
I get a feet check.
Yeah, let's see.
I can see Carter's feet.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I'm gonna
1 second.
Yep. I'm also gonna give a 30-second grace period to get set up so that if it falls, you can figure it out again within those 30 seconds.
Are we gearing up? What's happening?
Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay, great. You're gonna get a 30-second grace period. And the 30 seconds begins now.
You do
Okay.
both
Cam.
books
Oh,
right away?
I really think can Cam be unmuted? I'm nervous about having anyone muted during an endurance competition.
Okay,
That's fair.
Cam, you still have 15 seconds.
I'm working on it.
Right away? Both books right away? Oh my god.
We have to see the pages.
Is it both books right away?
Yes, both books right away.
I've asked 10 times.
Gotta ask before. Okay, grace period is now over. Actually, you should text me how long you did this for. I believe it was over an hour, but I can't remember for sure.
An hour?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way too long.
I do think yeah, it was over an
hour.
hour. Definitely
it's
over
over
an
an
hour
hour.
for
Like-
both.
Yeah, Cody lasted an hour 4 and Ashley outlasted him.
We are 1 minute into this.
That's it, huh, Kels?
Time flies.
I'm already shaking so much.
Cody texted me, I dropped it 1 hour, 4 minutes. Maddie fell, so he didn't have to keep going. So, you know, just for the record, Cody trying to preserve. We are 2 minutes in. Carter is out. Carter's first out.
Kelsey, Matt Rogers was so entertaining during this challenge. That's what I remember.
He was. Are you saying that I'm not doing enough entertaining right now?
Yeah, I'm saying we could use a little more entertainment.
Okay.
We could do the prayers for the Hanukkah candles if you wanted to do that, Ben. I know you guys did that the other night, but you can do that. That's a fun
No.
thing.
Yeah, that's true.
We are 3 minutes in.
What arm did everyone pick? Guys,
Everyone-
right?
Yeah, everyone did the right arm.
Is everyone right-handed? Yes.
Yeah. When is the right arm the wrong arm?
I'm done.
Jerry
I
is
almost
out.
made that joke.
Jerry is out. We're down to 7 players.
Wow.
Cam, you have any other jokes?
I was gonna make a joke about how I'm ambidextrous, but I'm not. So it didn't really work out. I rode crew in high school.
Aaron is out.
And oh shit.
I was gonna make a joke about how we are all the worst waiters in the world, just standing, not doing anything for our tables. I got distracted. It's not worth the joke. It's not worth the joke.
Okay, I will learn from this lesson.
Wait, is nobody in the game really nobody left-handed at all? Oh my God.
Pretty wild. Out of 9 people.
We're 4 minutes in.
Kind of starting to regret the double hardback.
Interesting. Well, if you can make it to 5 minutes, I might have something for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Is it peanut butter and chocolate?
It's not. The peanut butter joke needs to die, guys. I cannot give you peanut
Okay,
butter
this is the first time I've ever made it. This is the first time
through
I've
the
made
Zoom. I can't give it.
Kelsey, what hand are you?
I'm right-handed.
I'm so, it's so funny to me. I'm left-handed. I feel like they say that creative people are left-handed, right? Because it's like a right brain thing.
Yes.
Isn't that a thing?
Maybe I'm
Marissa, I'm
creative.
also left-handed.
I'm not surprised at all.
Okay, we are 5 minutes in. Does anyone want to drop for a Zoom token? Anybody feel like dropping for one Zoom token? Okay, no. Hey, Ben, people want to know about the Emmy in the background, but I think Emily won that, right? Not you?
No, Emily won that one.
Okay. Which it was not a burn. Emily is my best friend, so I'm just elevating Emily.
No, Emily's won 3. I technically
Wow.
have won 1, but that's not it.
What did you win 1 for?
Actually, the same thing Emily won 1 for producing the Olympics in 2016.
Very cool.
But Emily's also an Emmy-nominated writer. Emily's the talented one.
I mean, Ben, why do you think she's my best friend and you aren't?
If anyone needs an assistant or anything, I
A long distance virtual assistant. Just kidding. Okay, we're at 6 minutes. Does anyone want to drop for 2 Zoom tokens? 2 Zoom tokens. They're all yours if you just drop it. Okay. God, Hank is really making us nervous.
Yep, you're not alone.
Everyone have hardback, or did anybody go paperback?
Back all day.
Hardback for me.
Yeah.
It makes it heavier.
Definitely heavy.
Did we ever weigh how much Cody's book
We did
weighed?
not.
It was the biggest book I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was very big. Okay, we're 7 minutes in. Does anybody want 3 Zoom tokens?
Wow.
3 Zoom tokens. Could be yours. Okay. Producers that are not intrigued by this.
Kelsey, can I
What?
just say I'm so fascinated by the different stances people took here. There's some like Ben and Shannon, like wide leg situations. Cam has a nice hand on the hip going on. I
Mhm.
wonder what the strategy is there.
Yeah, my hand on the hip too.
Yeah. Do you want me
Sophie's
to
got it.
ask? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, sure, if you want to. I'm just trying to keep us talking and
And
moving.
it looks like Charlotte is holding her heart.
Oh,
Just
It does.
keeping her heart in check. And Hank just really circling. We are 8 minutes in. I'm offering nothing. 8 minutes in. At 10 minutes, I will ask you to straighten your arm at 10 minutes.
that's gonna be hard.
Kelsey, during the arm straighten, can we use the other hand to balance or no?
I think we're giving 30-second grace
Yes.
period. So yes.
So, Kels, the ones with the book, we basically just have to have it fully extended. That's
Correct.
And no switching arms, correct?
Correct. No switching arms.
And how high does it have to be?
Just your arm has to be straight out.
And we can touch the top book with the other hand.
Yep, and you have that 30 seconds. And we are 9 minutes in, so 1 more minute until we do that.
Wait, so for that 30 seconds, we can do anything?
It can fall, but you have to get it to, basically the only grace period is that, meaning if it drops, you have time to pick it back up, but you can't be doing anything.
Like,
You can touch it.
can I shake out my arm?
Sure.
Hmm.
but it has to return to that same arm.
Yeah.
Okay, you are going to have your 30-second grace period in 3, 2, 1. Extend your arm. You have 30 seconds in case your book falls or if you want to shake that arm out. 10 seconds into the 30-second grace period.
This is ridiculous.
15 seconds into the grace period.
Well, this is not gonna last long. Okay.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be fully straightened. Achilles is down. We are 11 minutes into this.
The straight arm is much harder.
Yeah.
It is.
This is the worst thing.
Kelsey, gonna offer anything?
What would you drop for?
I dropped for a couple Zoom tokens or maybe like 2 idols.
I don't have idols, but I have 1 Zoom token.
I'll take the Zoom token. I'm trying to decide like if I want to give up on
Sophie is
myself.
out. Sophie is out. Shannon is out.
Who's doing?
It's Ben, Cam, and Charlotte.
This is ridiculous.
Can I get a Zoom token, Kelsey?
No, you didn't. I offered it earlier on.
All right, that's fair. Have to ask.
Charlotte, is your arm fully straightened?
Is that better?
Yes.
Do you need more?
Keep it there, and if we see a Ben, we will have to disqualify you.
Okay. You offering anything, Kels?
What would you like?
What do you got, Kels?
Ben is out. It's down to Cam.
You got it.
I have
Okay.
2 Zoom tokens. To anyone who wants to drop out?
Come on, Cam. Come on, Shar. You guys got it.
You guys are so close.
Good
Don't
job,
drop out.
guys.
I'm
Good
not going
job.
Okay, we're
up on
13
yourself.
minutes in.
I'm out.
Charlotte has won second individual immunity. Congratulations, Charlotte. You have won individual immunity. You cannot be voted out. As many of you have guessed, tonight is an instant banishment, so we will be going right into that. I am first going to bring the jury in, which is the mini jury, and then our full jury. First member is Gray.
You did say instant banishment. I missed it.
Instant banishment. Instant banishment.
Okay, great.
All our jury's staying very hydrated. I like it. So you guys know the flow of things. I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to chat for a bit. My dad is in the desert somewhere. And when it comes time to vote, you're going to send me your vote directly. I'm turning off the chat. Okay, bye-bye chat. Great. Okay, cool. So first off, well, Charlotte, are you checking out Slack right now? Do you have a plan in place?
I'm gonna be honest, I was reading the chat because I just like, I don't really see myself like, I mean, I'm not gonna get into my like journey here, but I'm just really proud of myself for like winning a physical one. Like that's a really cool thing for me. And also like when QI, like when we watched our seasons, like some of the people on QI reply would like talked about me as like, she's not a physical challenge threat, like, but we really like her, which is like totally fair. And I totally respect that, but I just feel really proud of myself. And I really did like almost give up a couple times, like okay, I'll just take a Zoom token, and like to just be like, Charlotte, like you always give up on yourself, don't, like just is a cool feeling. So I honestly was reading the chat. Yeah, I was reading the chat.
Well, congratulations. That's super awesome. I hope you're very proud of yourself. I see Ben clapping, but if I recall correctly, was that Ben and my brother who were referring to you?
I wasn't going to say that. It doesn't matter who it was.
Okay, so
If it was me, I apologize.
Truly no worries. Like I think it's like more about myself, you know, I'm just proud of myself.
So Shannon, you being the sole season 4 member, what I want to ask about that is with season 4, we truly had the most content, right? Like we had the episodes, we had QI reply, we had QI goodbye. So there was ample amounts of time to analyze people and their games. How do you like navigate that, knowing like there are probably a lot of your fellow players who consumed all this and watched it and know about how you were spoken about as a player? Unmute.
Gosh, I'm sorry. Hadn't really thought about that very much, Kelsey. Yeah, that is interesting because I don't even know. I didn't watch QI reply. Like I just watched the confessional. So I don't even know how people really talked about me or if they talked about me at all on QI reply because I didn't even like make it super far. But yeah, that is interesting that no one else here like has that much content to view, especially season 1, like the last season. Like I don't know anything about any of these people from season 1 and how they played. And so that's always been like a big mystery that's out there.
Very much a mystery. 12 people in like over a month, I think, which is outrageous to think about now. So Carter, you were the first one out, which I have to say I was surprised by, but are your arms still sore from the door hang? I'm giving you that as the benefit of the doubt there.
I am still a little sore, but honestly, I truly don't even know what happened. It just, my mind like went blank for a second. It was gone. I don't know.
Drifted. And Erin, it seemed like a similar thing happened to you where if you just stopped thinking about the book, it fell. Is that what happened for you?
I was thinking about what kind of attention I was going to get when I said words, and then the book fell right as I was thinking about all of those laughs I was going to get, you know?
Sure. And so off of that, would love to talk to you about last night's Banishment. I mean, there was a large performance, one might say, a lot of things said, and yet you're still sitting here, as is Jerry. So was that just a big performance for the sake of a performance, or did you really actually worry that you might be going home?
I mean, Kelsey, we saw 3 votes for me last night. We saw 3 for Jerry, and we saw just 1 more vote sent Gray home last night. So I absolutely was shooting my fucking shot. You know what I mean? Like I was not gonna go out here without just like tearing some shit up. I didn't want to go out without a fight. And so I put one up, and it worked out. And I'm hoping that I, kicked up enough dirt that my name isn't the first thought on everyone's, mind tonight, but also I did make a big show of it. So maybe they're still thinking about me,
Sure. And Jerry, I have to ask, like, yes, Gray went home last night. You and Erin did not go home, but there was a big production and there was a lot of things said. How do you then feel that the target is still on your back because you both weren't taken out last time, but wouldn't the logical next step just be to retry and retarget you both?
I mean, that's the word on the street. Jaren is on everyone's lips. But I think what we proved yesterday is that we only grew tighter this season. We only, people kept lumping us together. And then because of that, we formed an even stronger bond. And that's a solid 2 votes. So who wouldn't want to work with that? Like that, things that are definite are something that is like really rare in this game. So when you see something like Jaren happening, then why not snag us along?
Sure. So Ben, what Jerry was just saying, I'm gonna say felt very confident. And I think that a very interesting component in this game is how you speak to people, whether that be via Slack or whether that be via Zoom. Have you encountered that, whether receiving or giving out, of like, you really have to walk that fine balance of, I want to be able to talk game with people, but I don't want it to seem like I'm telling them what to do?
Well, you would think after what, 9 months of most of us communicating via Slack, probably for a lot of our communication. I know I do for work. I know a lot of people here do as well. You would think we would have Slack queues down, but at least like 5 times a day, I find myself typing something and then reading it again and being like, oh my God, that came off horribly. And then I always put it in parentheses, like BTW, that's not what I meant. I'm sure people know what I'm saying. And so, yeah, the Slack game certainly is a fine line. As far as like the Zoom game and the performance game here, we do have a lot of people who have performing arts on their resumes or maybe part of their current careers. And I do think there is a relish in that. And for other people, it's straight honesty. And the hard part is deciphering. And when you've only gotten real FaceTime with people a handful of times, you may have a read today, but that read may change tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I think a thing that this game kind of forces you to deal with is your communication style might not be someone else's communication style, and trying to figure out the best way to communicate with people. But something that Ben said that, Sophie, I want to ask you about is like, you know, people speaking with honesty and stuff. And like, that makes me think of like playing an emotional game, playing with your heart, which you know, we've all watched the show. Like, there is definitely an argument for that, but also ostensibly we've seen that the heart can get in the way of the head making the plans for the game. How do you wade through that? It is such an emotional game. We're all stuck in our homes. Like, there's so much emotionality, but you need to think clearly in order to make game moves.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting because I think like the first time we played season 1 was like this very more tight-knit circle. And I thought it was really hard to navigate that. And I just kept saying to myself, well, it's because like we kind of know each other and it's this weird circle. And then I got thrown in with all these new players and I was like, nope, it's just really fucking hard to like talk to these people and then lie and like figure out like how to do it. And like, I literally look at everyone and I'm like, I like all of you. So it's not easy trying to think with like a game head. But I do think like time makes it a little bit better just because like everyone here respects the game. Everybody here like loves like, you know, the show and the type of like, you know, blindside or moves or whatever and respects that. And so I think like just throughout the season, even myself, I've gained perspective of being like, listen, like that's what we want. And like, we're all here to just play. So.
Sure. So, oh, I had such a good point. Oh, kill me. Okay, I know I'm going to Hilly with this question and it's coming. Okay, I remembered. I do want to talk about something that is very interesting. Like, I will be, you know, I've never played, so I don't actually know how it feels to play. And certainly I listen to players and players discuss how it feels, but I don't actually know how it feels to be in the thick of it. Hilly, how does the comparison of like being on the right side of the vote and being on the wrong side of the vote feel? Because it seems like being on the right side of the vote can also come with such like guilt and discomfort because you've, as Sophie said, made friends with everyone, made connections, and you might know someone is going home. But it also feels so horrible to not be in the know of what's happening.
Yeah, I think I don't even know if I'd call it right side of the vote or wrong side of the vote. It's kind of just the you made it through the night of the side of the vote is how I'd look at it, because truly the votes I've been on the right side of, I will not say they were easy. And in some ways, the ones that I'm on the right side of have kept me up at night more than the ones I'm on the wrong side of. And not even in an emotional game playing aspect, but even in just a game playing aspect of every time we vote, a line is drawn, even if it goes your way, things shift. And I think it just resets things. And at least for how I play, if I am ever comfortable, I am uncomfortable. And so as I said, when it goes right, it doesn't necessarily mean you're comfortable. And for me, at least, it means I'm a little more uncomfortable because I don't want to be feeling that comfortable. Does that answer your question, or was that a huge?
No, you did. And I think it is so tough, like everyone plays the game and like wants to win, but ultimately it doesn't always feel good to get to where you could win the game. And Cam, I want to talk to you about like, again, I kind of circled this a little bit with Ben, but just like, if you experienced in your season, your original team won repetitively over, and then it felt like there was people wanting a lot of downfall of that team, like a hubris moment, that sort of thing. Have you experienced it, whether in that season or this season, with like people who continue to do well and make it through begin to kind of have a different tone or speak differently or speak with authority or get too secure in how they feel about these game moves? I don't know if that question makes sense, but it made sense up here.
I'm gonna try to answer what I think the question was. I think that for me, there was a big difference in Slack from yesterday and today. Yesterday, people were working hard. They were trying to make deals, make moves. There were 7 Zoom tokens used. I'm assuming the audience knows that we get told how many Zoom tokens are used, but we don't know like how it works out and stuff. People were wheeling and dealing. Today, everybody went to work, I guess. I actually took the day off and I was gonna like hang out outside, and then it rained all day. So then I still hung out outside. Maybe that'll be in my confessional. It's awful. Anyway, it was very quiet today. Does that quietness mean that people are comfortable? What does it mean? One thing that, like, if you're looking at old teams and stuff, the red team voted together a lot, so they can maybe feel that trust. The green team never did. We saw how that went last night. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a excellent point of Big Green, those who are on 1.0 and 2.0 never really having to experience that vote and like testing those loyalties and seeing where the lines are drawn. Carter, I want to ask you about this. Kind of what Cam was saying is, especially because you've just gotten back into the game since Friday night, which means you're here Saturday and Sunday, which were crazy days because we had a purge and then we had our first banishment, and it's weekend. So conceivably people aren't working, but it's Monday now. So people could be back to work. How is that adjustment from the weekend to today been, of like figuring out, are people actually at work or are people just not talking to me?
That is the question, was wondering that all day. It felt extremely quiet. I've been super paranoid, and just to be frank, like honestly, I think I'm getting some votes tonight, and I just want to pitch myself that I already lost. Like I got voted out. There are people that have done so much better than me in this game. This is only my second time that I've been eligible to be voted out. And if you vote me out tonight, like, I just think that that's a dumb move. And
why is that a dumb move?
Because there are so many strong pairs in this game that need to be broken up. And I would regret not saying this if I was going to be sent home tonight. So just making my peace with that.
Sure. I have to ask, I just want to follow up. I think you make a very valid point. However, what I want to push back on and just ask about is, you are one single person and then you talk about these duos. A duo can be a much bigger shield, but do you disagree with that? Or you feel that the power that they have outweighs the shield that they have?
Honestly, every single person here is a shield and a threat to someone. Like, this is all stars. None of us are goats. None of us are just floating along. We're all playing amazing games. It is very stressful playing with these strategic people. So shields, like, to a degree, I think they're important this season, but it doesn't matter. Like, we're all shields for someone. So I think you just gotta, I don't know.
Yeah,
take
no,
take shot when you can.
that's a very good point. You know, Shannon, Carter mentions, I just realized how this question was going to sound as it came out. I was going to say, Carter mentioned goats. I'm not implying you are one. What I was going to ask is that, like, that word makes me think about, you're starting to think about final banishment. You know, we're 9 people. We're going to be down to 8 tonight. Are you starting to think about who you want to sit next to and might have a better argument with next to?
Yes and no. I mean, sure, of course, right? I think everyone is, but I think also I'm just like trying to even get there at all. And I feel like I've a bit of an uphill battle. So I'm trying to focus on that. And also, like, off of Carter's point, there's no goats. Like, every single person that's left has a strong case to be made in the finals. So it's not like, oh, here's 1 or 2 easy people that I could beat. Like, I don't feel that way about a single person left in the game. So I think, yeah, whoever makes it to the final 3, no matter what, it's going to be a fun finale for sure.
Sure. So Aaron, you know, the thing with All-Stars and playing again and wanting to be at the final 3 and like getting to do it a second time is, you know, on one hand, yes, you want to be next to people that you can beat, but on the other hand, those people might not be your current allies. At what point do you have to decide between the two?
Well, Kelsey, this is a great question for me. I famously don't choose between the two, because to me, that's, I don't know, you know, like, yeah, I'm just here to have a good ass time, you know, like, this is such a weird thing to do. Like, we're all like weirdos participating in this online reality show, essentially. Like, we just, like, it's purely for like the love of it all, you know what I mean? And so I'm here to, you know, make connections with people. I feel psyched that I've developed these relationships with people that, even from my season and from seasons outside of it. And for me, you know, maybe I'm saying that because I did win one time. So maybe I don't feel like I need that check mark in my book as much, but I don't choose. I'm just here to play with people who want to play with me and make some fun moves and see what happens next. You know, I'm not really thinking about final banishment too much.
Okay, so then I have to ask the obvious question. Hilly, I'm gonna ask you about it. Like, Erin wants to have a fun time and also has stated that she has a duo. How does everyone not work together to vote off Erin tonight? Explain to me that. Why would it be beneficial to not do that?
Kelsey, be careful. Okay.
That is a great question, Kelsey. Great question.
The game is just so layered, okay? Like, you're asking me as if I know. I don't know. I mean, Erin's fun to talk to. Let me just say that. Like, you know, for the fans out there, my car got hit today and, you know, Erin came in my inbox and was just cheering me up right away, you know? So it's not fun when your car gets hit. I wasn't in it. I'm okay. It's okay. But, you know, I don't know. This isn't a normal season is what I'll say. It's All-Stars. And so threats that are threats in prior seasons aren't necessarily threats now, or criteria is not the same. I also will say gameplay is very different when half of us are working full time to where it's hard to slack, and half of us are on the East Coast, on the West Coast, so our time frames are different. I'll say I was really MIA today, and I was straight up. I was like, everyone, I'm so busy. And so I think that comes into play too, because how do you strategize? So say if Erin was my target, like, how do I strategize everyone to come to Erin or whoever the target is? So I don't really know. And I think there's so much more layers to this game than like what you're saying, which is Erin and Jerry are target or whatever, so target her again. I just think there are more things to consider, and I think that is how, if you're a fan watching or the producers, Erin stays, or, you know, past the last vote in regard to what you're asking.
Sure. So off of that, and forgive me, Erin, one more time, I'm going to do this, but Ben, My question is, Aaron said we're a solid 2 vote, which is fantastic. You want 2 people in your pocket, you want to vote with them. But how would one decide, do I want those 2 people in my pocket, or knowing that they're so close, like I know I'm at the bottom of that threesome, and when push comes to shove, I'm not going to be chosen over the other?
I think everyone here would lie if they expected Aaron and Jerry to choose them over each other. I think that's out there. We all know, we've been honest, Aaron and Jerry and I had a nice moment today where we were honest about, where we were yesterday and all the complexities of it. And that, beating around the bush sometimes just, makes you come across as sneaky. There's always some sneaking around, but there's certain things you can't hide. You talked about final 3. I wasn't even thinking this. I'm not thinking it, but like if they sit together, there's a chance you're the one person who didn't play their game. That at some point becomes a factor. And then at another point, if there are blocks and groups and all sorts of confusing things, there's a chance that everyone could coalesce around voting them. The question is when.
Okay, so Carter.
Hey, Kelsey.
Wait, I have a question for you, Carter, before you go ahead, because I see you slacking, I see you working, and you think you're seeing your name several times tonight. How do you not just point to what Ben said as he discussed a final 3 with Aaron and Jerry and feel like, hello, people, why are we voting me out tonight?
I didn't hear what Ben said. Could you repeat it?
Ben said that he discussed a final 3 with Aaron.
Whoa, no, I did not.
Oh,
I said that Aaron and Jerry and I discussed about how we were on the opposite side of the vote yesterday. And of course they're a threat. And why would I lie to them about being a threat when I know some people are telling them, oh no, like, yeah, you're a threat. And that maybe I'll vote with you this time. Maybe I won't. Like
but
we were just honest about that.
Final 3.
Well, because you asked how could they slide through to the end. And so I was just trying to provide our loving audience with all the reasons where maybe anyone would want to sit at the end. I mean, I probably don't. Aaron and Jerry, I probably don't want to sit at the final 3 with the 2 of you. But I was saying that there is a world in which that could make sense.
Got it. Okay, I'm sorry for misquoting you. Carter, what did you want to say before I cut you off with a question?
Yeah, I just want to say that the fact that, let's be real, people are considering not voting for Aaron or Jerry tonight is wild to me, because they just snuck through the last vote and they're about to sneak through another vote because they're throwing me under the bus. Like, that is why they're so good at this game. And if you just keep letting them get through, they're just going to keep getting through, and then their duo is going to be even stronger, and that'll be a larger ratio of all the numbers. And I am a solo player. I came into this game. I don't have a duo. If you get rid of me, you're not going to have me as a number. And it is a bad move.
So Charlotte, Carter does bring up a good point. I mean, also we have data points now, right? Like Jerry made it through the purge and he had 4 votes. He had the most votes. Last night we saw Jerry and Aaron, both of their names written down 3 times each, and they did not go home. What are you feeling with all of that information plus what Carter just said?
What's the question? I genuinely don't know.
How do you defend not going with this very strong case that seems is being built about why you should vote for Aaron or Jerry?
I'm not defending that.
I'm asking how might one?
You've just had 4 different people give you different options of how one might give it. If those aren't good enough options at this point, I got nothing for you, Kels.
Okay.
And this is why Charlotte's a better player than me, because I dug my own grave 5 ways from Sunday. I want to be at the end with them.
Ben,
I want to be at the end with them.
Ben, I had your back when you said that I wasn't a good challenge threat. You can't have my back now?
No, I'm saying that's an amazing answer. Of course I have your back, Charlotte, on that. I wasn't meaning anything by that.
This is why Emily's the talented one, huh?
Oh, see,
yeah.
I was going to go with, God, straight white men, we love them, don't we? They can't help themselves. And with that, we are going to go into our vote. When I say your name, you're going to Slack me directly with who you'd like to vote for. We are going to begin with Ben. Hilly. Shannon. Sophie. Jerry. Okay, you guys shifted boxes, so this is really throwing me off. Aaron, did I already say your name? Okay, Aaron. Cam. Carter. Charlotte. Okay, is there anyone that I didn't call on that okay, great. I'm gonna ask you all to bring out your phones, turn your phone lights on. Your phone light represents your life in this game. Once I read the votes, the decision is final. The player with the most votes will be asked to leave. First vote, Carter. That's 1 for Carter. Second vote, Carter. That's 2 for Carter. Third vote, Carter. That's 3 for Carter. Fourth vote, Aaron. That's 3 for Carter, 1 for Aaron. Fifth vote, Carter. That's 4 for Carter, 1 for Aaron. Our second jury member leaving this game is Carter. Carter, I'm sorry, but your quarantine is up. Do you have anything you'd like to say for the second time?
I would love to.
Great.
First off, game related, I decided this weekend was extremely stressful, and I decided today that I was going to try and have more fun because I was tired of being stressed, and I achieved that, but I also dug my own grave today. I fully accept that. Just to throw some people under the bus, I tried to reach out to Jerry and make a connection, and then he used that against me. Obviously, that means that he is slippery and will turn on anyone. You're a great person, but it is what it is. And, you know, I'm an old school player. I didn't have Zoom tokens back in my day, and it really fucked me up this time. I was not good on them, but what do you do?
Well,
It's been
Carter, I want to say, because I keep forgetting to announce this, that actually each new jury member can decide if they want to bequeath their Zoom tokens or retain their Zoom tokens in case they want to use them with fellow jury. So we have kind of been in the process of that, but just wanted to announce so that our players know and our fans know. Thank you, Carter, so much for being here. You are our second jury member, and we appreciate having you there. Everyone tune into QI Reply tonight. It will be Jake and Deanna from season 3, and then Deanna from All Stars. If you've missed anything, catch up on our Instagram and our YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow. I can't remember the time, so check out our Instagram to find out what time. Have a good night.